Hey guys, and welcome to another Pokemon Go PvP video. And in this video, we're going to be doing some Cliffhanger battles up against Dr. Trotter. So he does have a YouTube channel, and I'll link to his channel in the description below. If you didn't actually see my shoutcast of his worlds in South America, definitely go check that out too, also in the description. And yeah, let's just get into it. So we've got Toxicroak vs Golbat. Obviously not a good lead start, so we're wanting to get out of there straight away. But unfortunately, we tried to switch at the same time as getting the attack off, so he does get the Poison Fang through, which we shield up, and then switching out into Noctowl here straight away. So this isn't a bad matchup. He's got Poison Fang and presumably Shadow Ball, so there's nothing that he's really going to be able to do to Noctowl. Noctowl can just tank all the moves, and then Noctowl doesn't really have anything great to throw back either, but we'll do a little bit of damage anyway, and he's just throwing those straight Poison Fangs because Shadow Ball is not very effective against Noctowl. I tried to do that fancy little just don't move it, but to get all the flying bubbles, but wasn't able to pull it off there. Going out again, just throwing in the middle, but still I managed to miss a bubble there, but that is all good. He shields up, really wanting to protect his Golbat. We do have a shield, but we're just going to let him feint us down here. There's no reason to keep a Noctowl alive that he's just going to be able to farm up. So down he goes, bring back in Toxicroak, throw the Sludge Bomb. He's got no shield, so this should just about finish off, if not finish off. Yeah, he survives with like one sliver of health, and unfortunately he actually does get the charge move off before he goes down, so we will shield that up because Toxicroak is not the tankiest guy, so we want to keep him around just in case whatever he's got is super weak. He does have Victory Bell, so we're going to throw the Sludge Bomb, which isn't super effective, but it will do a really nice chunk of damage to that Victory Bell. That almost finished him off, and then throw in Victory Bell, 2 Razor Leafs, and down goes Victory Bell. And then he's got I was about to say Lucario in the back, and he's going to be able to throw this Power Up Punch, but it won't finish us off, and we should still be able to get to a Leaf Blade. And that's exactly what happens, and this will finish off that Lucario. It is not very effective, but it's just Lucario also isn't very tanky, and that is GG's. So that was kind of the theme of that battle, just Pokemon that were not very tanky, taking a fair amount of damage. And yeah, by the way, this team is pretty much based on Dr. Trotter's Worlds team. So again, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But clearly he knows how to make a Worlds team. And we're going in again with Toxicroak vs Melmetal, so definitely a good matchup for us. He switches out immediately into Victory Bell, so we try and switch out but fail there, but we get it the second time, it's all good. Into Noctowl, up against the Victory Bell, and he doesn't get any charge moves off, so we're going to throw this Sky Attack and see if he decides to burn a shield to keep his energy or not. And he does burn a shield, which it's debatable whether that was a good move or not. I feel like, I mean, he did charge up a fair bit of energy, and he had the Acid Spray ready to throw. We weren't going to fall for the shield bait though, and just let it come through, and we are able to finish off with quick attacks, and can get this Sky Attack off just before we go down, and he's not going to be able to farm us up. So it was actually beneficial that we got Acid Spray, because it left us with less health. If we had more health, then Lucario would be able to farm us down. He actually left that Sky Attack go through, which does a fair amount to that Lucario. He does know that we have Toxicroak, so that's going to be able to do super effective damage. Then he brings Melmetal in the back, so actually both Lucario and Melmetal will be taking super effective damage from Toxicroak's counters. So he's definitely in a rough spot here, and we're just going to go straight counters. We're not going to bother going for the charge moves because the counter damage is just better off. He has a shield. So, you know, just that was GG's there. And I have actually flipped the order of these videos. So those two battles happened before these next battles. But I'm going with the same team. He's trying out some different stuff. I'll put those teams in the description below, but this one actually was our first battle. So Noctowl vs Golbat, this will be a win for the Golbat, but we're going to throw the Nightshade thinking, oh well, when you're in that Golbat mirror match from Twilight, Shadow Ball was the thing to go for as opposed to I can English, don't worry, as opposed to Poison Fang. But that's just because Poison Fang doesn't do too much. So we let that Poison Fang come through, and we're just going to chug away. He's doing a fair amount of damage to us, and he can charge those Poison Fangs up quick. We let it come through, but it was a Shadow Ball. But Shadow Ball isn't very effective because Noctowl is he's part normal. He's normal and flying type. So he's able to throw that Sky Attack, and he burns a shield. And we're just going to let Noctowl go down here. He does throw a Charge Attack, which is definitely good for us, because it means he's using up the energy he's got. It's only Poison Fangs, so it's not heaps, but it is definitely good for us. So come in Swampert, Mudshot is doing absolutely nothing, but we're going to throw this Muddy Water, which most people are not expecting, but it's a bit fun, and it does feint down the Golbat. And Muddy Water does cost less energy than the Hydro Cannon, so it's kind of nice. We tried to insta-switch into Victory Bell, just expecting something weak, expecting to come into a hard counter to swamp it, but he's actually staying in with Poliwrath, and he throws the Power Up Punch, so I guess he was trying to burn a shield there from us, hoping that it's an Ice Punch, I guess, but yeah, we are able to feint him down there, and he brings in Defense Form Deoxys, which I feel like would have been a better thing to bring in for the Victory Bell, but not too sure. He decides to not shield that Leaf Blade, knowing that he really can't, I guess maybe hoping for the Acid Spray actually, but either way, he's going to shield this next Leaf Blade or else he would go down. Actually, I think he's just going to let it go through, knowing that he's obviously, he just lets it go through, knowing that obviously one more Razor Leaf would finish off, and we have a Pokemon in the back even if he had energy, so that is definitely GG's there. And on to the fourth battle of the video. Oh, you guys are still here? Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so Swampert versus Sableye, and I think we're going to go for the Muddy Water again. We charge up a bit extra, make him, well maybe we're going for the Hydro Cannon, but yeah, he does call that it was just a Muddy Water and lets it go through, or maybe he's going to let the Hydro Cannon go through anyway. Not too sure there, but we shield this charge move up. Not really sure about the Swampert matchup. I did look it up after, and Swampert does win in the 2-shield matchup if he's just throwing straight Hydro Cannons. So he does shield that Muddy Water, which is good for us. It doesn't get the debuff, so that is unfortunate. And for the record, I definitely do not recommend anyone go for Muddy Water on their Swampert. Just kind of fun. I kind of like it. And yeah, so we charged up some extra energy, knowing that he just threw his charge attack, so we'd have to charge up to another one, and then throw the Muddy Water, which we should have gone for Hydro Cannon because it would have finished him off as opposed to Muddy Water, but kind of hoping that he would burn a shield, seeing as he was kind of close to a charge move. So we have to throw 2 Muddy Waters there to finish him off. Brings in Victory Bell, finishes off instantly, and then we can bring in Noctowl, so we're definitely still in a good spot. We switched out into Victory Bell just because he was switching, and we wanted to keep Noctowl for his Victory Bell. Unfortunately, we don't have a great matchup here, and I wasn't able to get that Leaf Blade off onto the Bastiodon, which is definitely unfortunate. So he gets the CMP tie, he gets Flamethrower off, and now I've got Noctowl vs Bastiodon. We all know how this is going to go down. Noctowl does not stand a chance. Throwing the Nightshade, I actually just kind of wanted to see how much it did for future reference in case I'm using this in my Cliffhanger team. But he does shield, so no bueno there. And yeah, he's going to feint us down here with whatever charge move he throws, Stone Edge, and down we go. And that is GG's. And on to the last battle of the video, I believe. Yeah, I think so. So definitely, I'm still really early in my Cliffhanger testing. I know that the Cliffhanger tournaments do open up in the next few days. So, actually, Ghost Stadium probably opens later on because people are still friending up. By the way, let me know what Ghost Stadium lobby you're in. Kind of just curious how many people are actually in those Ghost Stadium lobbies that are hanging around, like how many of you are Ghost Stadium. I know there's a lot of people out there that are not in Ghost Stadium, and actually if you're not and want to join in some online lobbies, I will also link to the Ghost Stadium Discord in the description below. If you haven't joined that, definitely check that out. And so he does Acid Spray us, he pranks us there with the shield, or baits our shield, and then we're trying to get to a Flamethrower to feint him down, but unfortunately, he does survive without one little bit of HP. We bring in Victory Bell of our own and do feint him down, but now he has the switch advantage, so he knows what we have here, but he actually brings in Poliwrath again. Now, obviously I've done this battle, so I know what he throws here. He throws an Ice Punch, so I think he was trying to hope that from the last game when he threw the Power Up Punch, he was going to go. He wanted me to not use a shield, thinking that it was just another Power Up Punch, but unfortunately for him, I did call it. And yeah, now he's stuck with the Bastiodon up against my Toxicroak. I don't have a shield, but I should be able to survive, Flamethrower. So I'll survive that, and then I should just be able to counter him down. Not going to use a charge move because he has a shield, and yeah, that is GG's. So thank you Dr. Trotter for the battles. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and especially that subscribe one. It's probably a bit ambitious to shoot for 500 in the next month, seeing as it's not PvP season, but maybe once the next cup is announced, we can shoot for 500. Yeah, I reckon that's possible. We can do that, right? We can do that. We can do that, right? We can do that, right? Maybe tell your friends, huh? Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you go do that. Bye!